Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to wait a few minutes. It's just 9:14, but I always like to get on a minute or so earlier. And let me know comments if you are having any problems hearing me, seeing me. If you happen to have a strap, I'll give you a second or so. If you need to find a strap, a belt, a tie, just have it handy. Might work with that today a little bit on the shoulders. So good morning. So have that handy. Otherwise, just yourself, your mat, and if you have a bolster or a pillow that you can rest up on. So, as my own cameraman, it's a constant adjustment to make sure you can hear and see. I will be doing things that are standing today, so bear with me as, again, my own cameraman, camera woman, that I'm going to have to adjust the laptop when we stand up. So just know that we will be doing some standing poses today, and hopefully I will be able to set it up pretty easily and smoothly. So, all right, good morning. I'm Danielle, Sangeeta, good to be here today. Starting to get really used to teaching these online classes now. I taught one yesterday for a large nonprofit agency that they usually hold their annual retreat this time every year, and it's all the CEOs and all the leaders of nonprofits on the whole, like, north and southeast, and usually I teach live, and I couldn't, so I did a Zoom class yesterday. So, that's always interesting, the Zoom. Feel free to, if you have any comments, any ideas for Valerie and I to teach class, we are here to teach for you all. So we appreciate any feedback. Either it can be a technical feedback as far as lighting and sound and our voices and assuring that our voices are loud enough, or it can be, requests, things that you would like to work on. Valerie's class tends to be a little more mild and gentle. Mine is a little bit more, maybe a little more flowy as far as doing some sun salutations. So just be aware of that. So, okay. Well, I pulled a card this morning because sometimes we just need to hear from the universe and remember that we are bigger on so many levels. And so today's card, which was really actually so poignant because we need to hear this right now and we need to honor this, but it says each person is part of the harmonious, I emphasize harmonious, whole. I choose to believe that everyone is always helpful. Therefore, wherever I go in life, people are there to help me. And if you can see that, it's very pretty. It's hard to sometimes remember that, or to maybe if we even embrace that more, or if this is something we practice or that we seek instead of seeing those people that aren't helping us. I don't know, maybe it could switch not only our mindset, but the mindset of others. And I know that's such a controversy right now with masks and wearing masks, and I don't know why we are having such a controversy over mask wearing because it just seems like a no-brainer. But I know I tend to be focusing on people who aren't wearing the mask and getting really kind of angry about it because I just feel like they're not being harmonious in the whole collective. But maybe I can even look at, for my own mental health, good mental health, is look at all the people that are wearing masks and then maybe just let a manager know if somebody's not wearing a mask or something if you're going to a store. But I know it really is triggering so much anger, and rightfully so, that we do have to work harmoniously. So today's class, I have been totally digging energy medicine, not only as a Reiki practitioner, but just taking it another level with energy medicine, and it's really been fascinating, and it has helped me shift a lot of energy, negative energy, passing energy, stagnant energy. So I am going to continue to incorporate that into my classes because it, like I said, it's just been able to like help kind of take stuff that's sticking and pushing it out. So I will incorporate that today. I will incorporate postures. I'll probably do a few sun salutations. So be mindful when we do those that you go to your ability. I can't promise you that it'll all come on the video. I hope so. I will do my very best to model it and be the camera woman behind it and talk you through it. So can everybody hear me okay? Just checking in. If you can't, any comments, lighting, sound? Okay, well, no news is good news. So let's first start sitting comfortably. I'm going to move back a little bit. And if you've been sitting in a certain way with the leg in front, switch the leg. You're nice and comfortable. I want you to bring your shoulders up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your shoulders, breathing in through the nose, and then exhale, and I want you to let out a big sigh. And drop the shoulders quickly. So let's do that a few times. Inhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, squeeze as high as you can, like you're trying to collect all that tension, and then you're just gonna push it out with the exhale. Good. Then we're going to take, I want to start working some meridian points. I think I did some of this last time, and we're going to expand a little bit more on the meridian system with some standing postures too. So first what I'd like to do, and take my glasses off, is take your hands, just the pads of your fingers, and I want you to just kind of like you're tapping, but not too soft, like a pretty good tapping. All like under your eye sockets, like right on that bone, maybe a little bit above. And what that does is stimulate the sinuses, like kind of helps open them up and kind of wakes your eyes up a little bit too. So just tapping, tapping. It feels good. This is a great way to start the day. This little sequence I'm going to show you, I've been doing it every day, and it's really been giving me lots of clarity and energy and moving all that poo-poo energy bad energy, poo-poo energy. All right, good. Then we're gonna go like right to here, where here's our clavicles. So there's the clavicles, and then like right where there's like a little cul-de-sac on the bone, right there. And you can even press into that, and that might feel a bit tender. And these are our kidney points in the meridian, in like Chinese medicine, and also in Ayurveda, in the marma points. So tapping here, and this is great for stimulating, like to wake up. So in the morning, if you're feeling kind of groggy, and I even kind of go up and down a little bit here, like across the clavicle, just like an inch or two out, that way just to make sure you can really hit the point. So again, nice good pressure, tapping, tapping, tapping. So try this sequence every morning, and then even in the afternoon when you get that kind of like fogginess or tired, this is really a nice pick-me-up without going necessarily for like caffeine. And now we're going to go right to the sternum. So here's the sternum, the heart. You're going to go up just a tiny bit from the, like in between your chest, up a little bit. This is your thymus. Thymus is wonderful when you stimulate the thymus. This is great hormonal balancing, and also great for your immune system. So we need to build our immune system constantly, especially more now than ever. So keeping our immune system and flushing the lymph system the best we can is really key. So again, just kind of tapping right here. So you could just do this sequence in under 5 minutes. And it's kind of like that. You can really go like Tarzan. It's good for congestion, which in the winter time will be good. Lastly, you're going to go right under the rib cage, right under the chest. You'll feel a spot. It's kind of like along the bra line for women. And you have to play with it a little bit. Maybe you find a spot that's a little tender, and then it's like you're pecking at it. This is great for metabolism, for digestion. So it's digestion, not only your physical digestion, but your eyes, like what you are digesting with your vision, what you're taking in. So pecking away at your rib cage, and again, if you feel where it's tender, then that's a good indication there's some weakness or imbalance. And you can even kind of go like along the rib cage. Good. Go ahead and stretch out your legs. And just let them kind of open up a little bit. And then just take a moment, bring your hands down by the sides, like your fingertips into the earth, and just see how that feels. See if you kind of feel some nice stimulation going on, if you feel like you've been a little bit invigorated. If you feel some pulsing, some chi or prana moving, maybe feel that chi kind of like zinging around. I'm going to take your hand, and I'm not going to be mirroring this, so just listen, because it's a little hard to, I think, mirror this. But you're going to take your right hand and you're going to place it onto your shoulder, like your trap right here. You're going to press down, and then you're going to cross it over to the right hip. And just hold that like your hand on the right hip for a moment. And I'm going to take your left hand, so this is like a cross patterning and over to the opposite side. That kind of helps the right and left brain work in conjunction, so we're not so unilateral. Good. So do that a few times. You press down on that trap, you cross it over. You press down on the trap on the opposite side, cross it over to the opposite hip. Let's do another few rounds. Cross it over. Cross it over. Cross it over. Cross it over. One last round. Good. Nice. So let's come into tabletop for a moment. Continue to stretch out the calves. Okay, just making sure you can see me. So we're going to take the right foot back, do a nice little curl on the right foot so you press the heel into the earth. And then bring the right leg up, and we're just going to bend. So bend that knee, the right knee, and we're going to press the heel up. And press, and press. I sound like an 80s video. Good. Good. Press that down. And then take the left leg back, curl the toes under on the left foot, press the heel into the earth. And then bring the foot up, bend the knee, flex the toes, flex the foot, and then press up. Good. Set back on your knees only if this is okay. If it's not, you can sit on a bolster. We're going to bring the arms up overhead. Inhale nicely. And we're going to create a little twist. So you're just going to twist in one direction. So say you bring your right arm behind you. Inhale, lift up. Do the opposite side. Inhale, lift up. This time, arch the back a little bit, lift the chest up. Come back to center. Bring that right hand back, left arm forward, creating a twist. Stay here for a moment. Inhale again. And exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. You want to twist from the rib cage, twist from the belly, not from pulling your arm back further. So you want this whole motion to kind of go with you. Again, if this is hard on your knees, just sit on a bolster and do the same thing. Or sit in a chair, do the same thing. Inhale, bring the arms up. Lift, let the chest come back, a slight arch in the spine. Back to center. Drop the left hand behind you and begin to twist the opposite side. You might find one side's a little more open than the other. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, twist. Come back to center. Bring your hands into prayer position. Good. So I'm going to transfer this up to a height so we can do a little bit more movement. That's pretty good. Everybody see that okay? One more. We need a cameraman. Okay, you might not see my head. So the next thing I want to do, this is clearing like our energy field, and just allowing for a more balanced rhythm. So it's really simple. You're not going to be able to see my whole body, but I will talk you through it. What we're going to do is let your feet come about hip width apart, and we're going to create like a figure 8, like this, okay? And we're going to start from the bottom of our feet, so you're going to fold forward, and then you're going to just kind of swish, and this is just a nice movement on the spine anyway. We're going to swish all the way up to the top, and then we're going to bring our arms down and into prayer position. We're going to do this a few times, okay? So go ahead, fold forward, create that figure 8. Then you're bringing it up slowly. And you can move your hips if you want. This feels really good on your whole spine, creating, again, more energy. Up to the top, you can let your hands come out in a V, and then drop your hands down. Fold forward, and try it again. Good. Come up to the top, create a V, look up, round those feet. So while we're here, allow the toes to spread apart. That lifts the arches. Spread the toes, drop them back down, and let the hands come down. Let's do one more time. This time, engage the whole body. Bend the knees. Really swing into this shape. And visualize that you're just clearing any yucky stuff. For us, for the planet, for our community. Good. Bring your hands out. This time a little bit further out. Look up, lift up. And then release. Shake it out. So who needs coffee when you have these? Actually, I like my coffee. I will not give up my 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I put cinnamon in it, I put cardamom, I put coconut oil. Oh, it's so good. Nice, okay. So, the next one I'd like to do is kind of called Heaven and Earth. And this is with Donna Allen, who created, Donna Eden, who created this whole series. So this will probably be the last one we do. But what's nice about this is it's a connection of the cosmos with the planet, with the Earth. So it's kind of like when you are a little bit scattered, this is a really nice one to do to kind of like bring it all together. So we tend to be up here in our thinking, but we need to be more here in our grounding and calming. So it's like you have these little Egyptian hands, like this. It's like that motion. So what you do is you're going to have that nice flat hand with the right hand and bring that up to the sky. And it doesn't matter what hand you start with. We will do the other side. Okay? And then the left hand down. Lift up. And then bring your hands together. Other side. So it's like you're taking the best of both worlds and you're honoring them and you're receiving them. You're receiving the beautiful energy of the sky and the beautiful energy of the earth together. And then you're bringing them in towards the heart. Exhale as you come to center. Inhale as you lift up. Exhale as you center. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale in through the nose. Exhale. 2 more. Good. Now bring your hands up. Again, let the hips come a little bit further apart. And bring the hands to the heart center. Soften your eye gaze. Integrating now the heaven and the earth, or the sky and the earth, into the heart. All right. Now I know you probably can't see my head, but I want you to see my legs and knees more. So now what I'm going to do on this side, show you what we're going to do. Actually, we'll do it this way. I want you to bring your arms up overhead. Bring your right arm over, and you let the left arm grab the wrist. Come back up. Other side. So the opposite. Good. Now we're going to bring both arms up. We're going to come into chair pose. So come into chair pose, which looks like this from the side. And then come back up. Bring your hands on the lower back and press the tailbone down as you lift the chest up. And release. Bring the arms up. Grab the left arm. Pull it over with the opposite hand. Come all the way up. Switch wrist. Pull over to the other side. Back to center. Let both arms up. Drop the shoulders down and come into chair pose. This time, bring your hands to your heart. And you can do this sitting down in a chair. We're going to bring that left elbow over to the right side. Use your palm to press together into a twist. Come back to center. Lift all the way up. Arms parallel. Bring your hands behind you. Press the tailbone down and lift up. Come back to center. Arms overhead. Drop the shoulders. Feet hip width apart. Into chair pose. Bring the hands to your heart. Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Press the palms together. Do a gentle twist. Back to center. Lift the arms up overhead. Hands behind the back. Press back. Bring the feet out further now. Bring your hands to your hips. Your feet will go out. Kind of like they go from here out, like 2 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Bring your hands into cactus arms here and drop the knees. Bring the arms up overhead, lift up, straighten the legs, cross the hands over at the top, and then exhale. Inhale. Cross them at the top, exhale. From here, just a little hip movement. Right to left, side to side. And create some circles or semicircles or whatever shape. You could do a figure 8. Get the hips loosened up. Good. Bring the arms up overhead. Allow the legs to straighten. Cross the wrists at the top. Exhale. Bring the hands to the hips. Just rocking back and forth. Or a figure 8. And come up, rest the legs for a moment. Keep the legs where they are, but bring the feet back into alignment with the hip. So out in front. Drop the legs down, the knees, bend the knees. You're going to put your hands now on your knees here. And then you're going to take the one shoulder to opposite leg, back to center, other side. That feels really, really good. If you can deepen into that twist, you can feel that run up from the sacrum almost. So go back and forth. Be creative. Be flowy. Don't be stiff or rigid. Just have fun with it. Good. Come back up. Bring your feet together. Bring your hands to your heart. So let's try triangle pose while we're here. So in triangle pose, you want your hips to be, your feet to be about 4 feet wide. Let's bring your left foot out towards that back wall, the side wall. Bring your arms to a T position. So in triangle, you keep that leg straight. You can put a little bend in it. Make sure all the toe pads are touching on the mat. We're going to take that left arm and you're going to kind of reach out to your opposite wall. You're reaching out and then let the hand come down where it may. Go ahead and breathe there. Allow that extension in that top arm. You can look up if that feels okay. Neutral or lower down towards your toes. Look at your toes. Bring that arm, pull that arm up, and rest the arms for a moment. And do a couple shoulder rolls. Go ahead and move the neck a little bit, side to side. Good job. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So if you're ready, you're going to take the right leg, place that out towards the side wall. You're going to bring that left foot in slightly and towards the midline. Bring your arms out, T position. Okay? Kind of like work this hip. That's why we did a little hip opening. So you want to kind of let that hip come out opposite of where the arm is going. Bring the arm out, extending, and then let it fall where it may. Could be on your knee, your shins, the floor. It's not so much about where it is, it's about keeping your body aligned, and then lift the top arm up. Allow that arm to come back up. Keep your feet as they are. Put your hands on the hips. And then you're going to just allow a nice forward fold to stretch the hamstrings. From here, so you're forward, bending, your hand is on the floor, your hands. Take the left hand and put it into the center of the mat and allow that right arm to come up. So it's like you're creating another twisting opportunity. Gently bring that arm down. Let that right arm come forward a little bit more and press the hips back. Then switch your hand, put the right hand in the middle, and bring the left arm up into a twist. So if you need a block because of your flexibility, put a block there, a bolster, a chair if you want a chair. You can have a chair so that it's higher off the ground so you can achieve the twist that works best for you. Then you bring that opposite hand and you just bring it out a little bit in front of the other hand and draw the hips back. So just to show, you can see the chair, like that's what it would look like with the chair. It's very helpful. Good. Slowly lift your torso back up. Bring your feet together. Shake it out. Check out your hands. And let's finish with a nice little gentle swinging of the arms. Good, we did some standing poses today. Even if my head is chopped off. At least it is on my screen. Good. And slowly begin to let the arms just naturally become more and more still. All right, I'm going to transfer this back down. So let's come down now onto our backs. Good job today. We covered lots of stuff. So come on to your backs. Get comfortable. Soften the eyes. Allow the jaw to open a little bit, taking some of that tension. Allowing each vertebra on the spine to connect with our planet. Allowing the palms to face up, to be in that receiving mudra. What do you need today? What will help fill your cup? Ask the universe for that. Allow the shoulders to move away from your ears and down towards Mother Earth, knowing that you are safe, fully supported, nurtured, and whole. And even visualizing like these roots, these beautiful, vibrant colored roots, these cords, if you will, that kind of start from the head and end down at the toes, and there's these beautiful little like connectors. You can create the color, the size, the vibrancy, and they're just going all the way from the top of the head, the base of the head where it's connecting with the earth, the neck, the shoulders, the heart, the belly, the sacrum. They're all connecting into the earth, rooted. And knowing the more we can stay connected to our base, to our support, to our planet, to our earth, to our space on this planet, that is the foundation every day that we need right now, always, but even more. We will be taken care of, supported, loved by the earth that we're walking. Allowing to let go of any remaining tensions or tightness, scanning the body and letting go. And you can let go with these cords. You can let those emotions, those entrapments, that stagnation, use those cords, those roots to put it into the ground so that it's not in your physical form. And continue letting go, letting go, letting go. And I encourage you all to stay here for as long as you need to honor where you are on a subtle level, on a physical level, on a cosmic level, and trying to allow all of these fields to be in balance. And knowing that they are all interconnected, and if you're not balanced in one field, it will affect the other field. That'll affect the other field. And so much of it starts on a more subtle level, on an energetic level. And if energetically we're not balanced and connected and in harmony, it will come down to affect us in our physical form. It really starts there. So I thank you all for coming and participating today. Again, stay where you are if that feels good for you, or if you want to sit up and meditate because you're provided that kind of physical release, then continue with that. But move slowly, whatever your choice is, and honor where you are, and honor re-engaging, reactivating into your day. So thank you all. I will see you next time. Namaste.